Have you ever wondered about the end of times, as foretold in Islamic tradition? One of the most significant and feared figures in these prophecies is the Dajjal, the false messiah. His arrival is considered one of the major signs that the Day of Judgment is near. So, what do the ancient prophecies say about him? And how can we prepare? Let's start with the signs heralding his arrival. Islamic teachings describe a period of great turmoil and moral decline before the Dajjal appears. There will be widespread conflict, a departure from religious values, and a series of minor signs that have been occurring throughout history, leading up to the major ones. Prophecies mention things like long periods of drought and famine, social chaos, and the loss of knowledge as precursors to his emergence. These signs are meant to be a wake-up call, a reminder for humanity to return to the right path before the ultimate test begins. It's said he will emerge from the east, specifically from a place called Khorasan. So, who exactly is the Dajjal? The descriptions from the Holy Quran and the Hadith, the sayings of Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, paint a very specific picture. He is a human being, but with distinct physical characteristics. He is often described as a young, powerful man with a ruddy complexion and curly hair. The most prominent feature, mentioned in numerous narrations, is that he will be blind in his right eye, which is said to look like a floating grape, while his left eye will be prominent. Between his eyes, the letters Kafefara will be written, spelling Kafira or Every believer, whether literate or not, will be able to read this sign, but it will be hidden from those he intends to deceive. The Dajjal's power will be immense and terrifying. He will possess abilities that seem supernatural, designed to test the faith of every single person on earth. He will travel the globe at an incredible speed, like a cloud driven by the wind, entering every city except for the holy cities of Makkah and Medina, which will be protected by angels. His mission is not one of conquest in the traditional sense, but of deception. He will claim to be God. This brings us to his grand deception. How will he mislead so many? The Dajjal will perform what appear to be incredible miracles. Will Abba, heaven and a hell with him, but in reality, his heaven will be a fire, and his hell will be a cool garden. He will command the sky to rain, and it will rain. He will command the earth to produce vegetation, and it will grow. He will have control over the treasures of the earth, which will follow him like a swarm of bees. He will even be able to bring a person back to life after cutting them in half, a feat designed to convince the masses of his divinity. These are not true miracles, but immense trials, or fitna, allowed by God to test humanity's faith in the unseen. He will target the weak in faith, those who are swayed by worldly power and material wealth, promising them paradise on earth in exchange for their belief in him. Given the scale of this deception, how can anyone protect themselves? Islam provides clear guidance on spiritual safeguards. The most powerful protection is firm and sincere faith in Allah. Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, advised his followers to seek refuge with Allah from the Dajjal's tribulation in every prayer. He also specifically recommended memorizing and reciting the first 10 verses of Surah, a chapter from the Quran. Reciting these verses, especially on a Friday, is said to grant protection from the Dajjal. Strengthening one's knowledge of God's oneness and understanding the Dajjal's deceptive nature are crucial. Recognizing that his miracles are just illusions and that he is a flawed human being with a clear physical defect, it's a key defense. The best strategy is to avoid him entirely. The Prophet advised that if you hear of his appearance in a certain land, you should not go there. Stay as far away from him as possible, because the temptation to believe in him will be incredibly strong, even for a devout person. Now, for the final chapter. The ultimate confrontation. The Dajjal's reign of terror and deception will not last forever. After a period of 40 days, with one day being like a year, another like a month, another like a week, and the rest like our normal days, his end will come at the height of his power, as he lays siege to the believers. Another major sign of the end times will occur. The return of Prophet Isa, Jesus son of Mary, peace be upon him. He will descend from the heavens, his hands resting on the wings of 2 angels, at a white minaret in the eastern part of Damascus. His return is not as a new prophet, but as a follower of Prophet Muhammad, and a just ruler who will uphold Islamic law. The confrontation will be decisive. Prophet Isa will lead the believers in prayer and then pursue the Dajjal. The mere sight of Prophet Isa will cause the dial to begin to dissolve, like salt in water. They will finally meet at the gate of Luth, near modern-day Tel Aviv, where Prophet Isa will defeat the dial, bringing his fitna to an end. This event will usher in an era of peace and justice. All false religions will perish, and humanity will unite under the belief in the one true God. The return of Isa and his defeat of the dial is a powerful message of hope, reminding us that no matter how dark the trial, truth and divine justice will ultimately prevail. Understanding the story of the dial is not about causing fear, but about fostering preparedness. It's a call to strengthen our faith, to deepen our knowledge, and to hold firmly to the path of truth, so that we may be protected during the greatest trial humanity will ever face. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content exploring the profound teachings of Islam.